Wow, wow, wow. Morning, guys, or afternoon, shall I say. What a game that was between England and France for the third place. My God, those results, 6-4 to England. It's like the results you'll probably get when you're playing FIFA on your PlayStation, but you wouldn't expect it in a game of football, whether it's the Premier League or the World Cup or the Euros or La Liga, or even Championship or League One or League Two. But my God, 6-4. And who would have thought that England battered France in the first half, 4-0. And yeah, I know France eventually got going in the second half, but why did we allow 4 goals to go in the second half? If we didn't score those 2 goals, it would have been a draw. But for us to concede 4 goals in the second half, in my opinion, I think it's utterly appalling and unacceptable. But it was actually a entertainment game of football from a neutral point of view, or for anyone who's not an England fan or who don't like watching football. I think it was great. I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people that I know who don't watch football, who don't follow the Premier League, enjoyed it as well. But yeah, that was wow, it was overwhelming. I feel like England did play a lot better compared to the game against Argentina. But my real concern and my real kind of frustration and why I'm fuming, and a lot of people will be as well, is why didn't they get Saka and Rashford on against Argentina? Look at those two, and Saka scoring a hat-trick. Why wasn't he on for at least half an hour if it isn't for the full game? They should have got him on for a bit, have a word with him, see if he can play. And if he's willing to play and he wants to play, he's dying to play and he's eager to play, you should have got him on. As soon as they scored that first goal against Argentina, Anthony Gordon, get on Saka, get on Rashford, take off Harry Kane. I said that in my last video. We needed to take Harry Kane off and get in the likes of Ivan Toney. I don't think Ivan Toney was all that. Ollie Watkins had enough time to shine either. But yeah, I felt like both Saka and Rashford definitely standed out for me. So I felt like those two should have played in the Argentina game. Rashford wasn't on at all for the other previous games either, except the game against Croatia and Ghana. But yeah, I think Tuchel did get it wrong in the Argentina game. He got it right against France, but a lot of people already pressurising Tuchel to go. He will be, he is contracted now till the Euros 2028. But yeah, I've seen it on Talk Sport, even Sky Sports, even Jamie Redknapp is like insisting that, we should get rid of him and get in the likes of Eddie Howe or even Frank Lampard. Now, I know Frank Lampard's his cousin, but really, you want to get in Frank Lampard to replace the great Thomas Tuchel, a proven Champions League winner. This guy just won the Champions League with Chelsea in his first season when he came in after Frank Lampard got sacked. You sacked Frank Lampard from Chelsea because he was appalling. You get in Thomas Tuchel to take over, and he won the Champions League with Chelsea that very season that Frank Lampard got sacked. You can't really deny that. I mean, why get rid of Tuchel and get Frank Lampard in? I don't know what Jamie Redknapp was thinking there. I mean, even Eddie Howe as well. I mean, Eddie Howe, I rate him as a manager, done very well for Newcastle, but he's not a proven elite manager like Thomas Tuchel. He's not a Champions League winner or proven, Premier League winner or anything like that. He won the Carabao Cup with Newcastle. Yeah, wow, great, well done. I envy him for that, but he's not been able to cope with the likes of taking England as far as they can, as winning the World Cup. You can't get Eddie Howe or Frank Lampard to do that. I think our only chance for winning a major trophy like the Euros or the World Cup is Thomas Tuchel. Got to give him time. We've got to give him a chance. He did, F it up in the Argentina game. In my opinion, he got that very, very, very wrong. And a lot of people have said it, and he I don't know if he denies it. But he got it very wrong there. So, lesson learned, and hopefully he'll take that forward and try not to, for future games or future tournaments, that he won't make that same mistake. But yeah, I just feel like we should keep Thomas Tuchel, in my opinion. He's a great manager. If we let him go, there are other clubs, well, not just in the World Cup, but, Germany, they would want to take him because, they've just lost Nagelsmann. I know they're going to probably get Jurgen Klopp in, but what if Jurgen Klopp doesn't want to? Maybe he doesn't want to manage anymore. Who knows? So, Germany could take him, and other clubs Premier League clubs or clubs abroad that could take him, or any other countries that could possibly take him as well. It's like, Sweden, they played appalling. Netherlands, they haven't been great in this tournament either. So clubs, countries like them could take Thomas Tuchel. So we should keep him. I think we should keep him. As soon as he's free, he'll get offers left, right and centre. No doubt he will. Look at Gareth Southgate. He as soon as he left the England job, there were no offers for him. Nobody came up to him. I mean, obviously Man United did, but the fans didn't want him. No other country wanted him. He's free. He's got all the money in the world. There are no one chasing him, but people will chase Thomas Tuchel. So why are people being so naive and saying we have to get rid of Thomas Tuchel because he made a mistake, one mistake? Even Rory Jennings in Talk Sport is saying he has to go. We need an English manager. I mean, what's it with all these people? We have to have an English manager. It has to be English. There are no proven elite English managers that can take England as far as winning the World Cup. And I believe Thomas Tuchel is our only hope. We have to give him another chance in the Euros. And, if he doesn't do it in the Euros, then, yeah, we'll have to find out. Have to wait and see what happens. But we have to give him a chance. There is no other person out there that can take over the English manager. I mean, you've got maybe Carlos Ancelotti, who managed Brazil, wasn't great. You probably got Pep Guardiola, but Pep is just obviously finished with Man City after 10 years. He's going to want to rest as well, like Jurgen Klopp. And then Carlos Ancelotti as well probably doesn't want to manage an international club. Maybe he wants to go back into, managing a football club, like, likes of someone in Spain or Italy, or even come back to the Premier League. So, no, in my opinion, let's keep Thomas Tuchel. I feel like he can do the job for us. I've thoroughly enjoyed the World Cup this year, and I feel like I've seen something a little bit different with him than with Gareth Southgate. Not a massive difference, but the style of play has been different compared to Gareth Southgate, and I feel like they are slightly, they are more threatening with him, with Tuchel forward, than they would be under Southgate. So yeah, guys, listen, in my opinion, Thomas Tuchel all day long. He needs to stay. And then we have to give him another chance. Let us know what you think. And obviously you'll see this, I'm going to watch the the Spain and Argentina game. Come on Spain, we need you to win it for us. Can't have the Argentinians winning it again, second time in a row. So we'll be watching that tonight, and I'll give you my review. So stick around, guys, and have a good day.